Sword and we are going live with 7 Days to Die Rebirth. So, we're glad to have you here. We have the IWC and we have Iron Wolf with us. So, we're going to get right in there. Let's get going. So, let's join the guys and see what's going on. All right, guys, we're live.
And welcome to the chat, folks. How you guys doing today? I'm your host, Aaron Wolf. Sodar's on his station over there. And we welcome you both back to 7 Days to Die, the Rebirth mod. We are currently 117 days in. Game up. There we go. And we are currently at 33.2% of this biome cleared. So what we're basically going to do, like we always do, is we're going to play the game and see how things go. Thank you for being here, Alice, Stewart, Shinobi, and Merlin. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing today? Glad you're all here.
Hey, Scooby, how you doing today, partner? Hey,
Up.
Alice, how's
There we
everything
go.
going, Dan?
And we move me up here a little bit on the screen, so I'm not blocking that. There we go.
Where is...
There we go. That's a better place for me to be, not over the bars. All right. I am going to continue on my quest to clear things. So I'm going to head back down south to the next town.
That's good, Scooby.
Actually, my allergies are under control today at the moment, so I'm medicated up, so I should be okay. Should be okay. So.
How may I assist you? Ready for duty.
Running thing. There we go. Slip through there. And I'm going to head south, back down to the town I was working on. And we're, like I say, we're just going to continue on what we were doing. So thank you for coming to the stream. I don't know about for everybody else, but for me, the stream is going to be a kind of a mix. I'm going to be playing 7 days, but probably talking a lot about Dune. Well, they just...
You never talk about Dune.
I know, I never talk about that game. Oh, can't wait for that game to come out so we can quit talking about it, just play it, you know.
Where are the armor kits in the desert base?
They should be, I think
I don't think we ever really had many in that
There's
base. They
30
were all
of
over
them.
the forest.
There are 30 of them. They were either probably in the crafting box. I mean, if you can see them, then they're definitely there. But
It's supposed to be in the that red or orange colored toolbox.
The toolbox. Yeah, check the toolbox. That's a good call. The tool chest.
Every time I'm at that base, there's like hardly ever any tool repair kit at all.
Well, he's talking about armor kits, not repair kits.
Yeah, they're armor repair kits.
No, there's armor kits for making armor, and then there's armor repair kits for repairing armor.
Same.
The same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Are they the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't think they were. But yeah, they should be in the toolbox. They might be in the crafting.
They're in neither of those two.
Then they just got shoved in a box somewhere.
Yeah. And I've looked in what I thought was every box in the base, and I cannot find them.
Well, then I would recommend looking at a box that you wouldn't expect them to be in.
Take the medical box.
Oh, Sodar, you haven't joined the party.
Oh. Sorry, I've been a little preoccupied.
Yeah, I know Sodar's not really big on talking about Dune because he's not playing it yet. So he doesn't want to play it until it comes out. So he doesn't like knowing it ahead of time. but that's okay. But today's stream they were talking about base building and factions and all that.
That's very interesting here.
What's that?
These wheels are completely useless. There's wheels that you can pick up at the bottom of what appears to be a caravan.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really give you wheels, it just gives you power wheel lower offset.
Oh, that's the decorative thing.
Basically decorative wheels. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Of wheels?
Decorative wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, digging gives you almost no freaking.
Hey, Dragonis. Yeah.
That 0.04.
They just might have been made it.
Now, if they had just been made, then they wouldn't be showing on his Wi-Fi thing because they'd be in a crafting station, which you can't Wi-Fi.
Right. So they're there somewhere. And in something that he's Wi-Fi to, because if he can see them on the Wi-Fi, then they're something in a box he's Wi-Fi to. You can see it at the crafting table. Data. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if nothing else, make some repair kits at the workbench. I mean, ain't like we won't need them. We'll definitely need them.
Well, they'll get used at some point.
Love the stun baton. I had the plasma baton. I got rid of it. I put it back in a box because it doesn't have the same effect as the stun baton, and it sets them on fire. And fire in your face, you really can't see anything. Hey, Jackal, how you doing today? Oh shit! I got irradiated spit on me. Okay, I'm not irradiated. Oh. Thought there for a second I was going to be irradiated. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to the game. And looking forward to some other games that are coming out, and some other mods for 7 days. So, matter of fact, me and JK were just talking about War Sucks before the stream.
Yeah, it looks like it's had an update since the last time we played.
Yeah, yep. So we'll be looking at it again
at some point. I imagine it will be in the distant future now, because by the time we're done with this, we'll probably move straight on to June.
Yes, yeah, I would definitely be moving to Dune for a while.
And that one.
It's going to be interesting because I'm not sure how well. Well, Dune's going to be interesting to play. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Really. The stream today that the devs did, brought up some interesting things, and I'm not sure how well that's going to work over into some aspects. Because I now know that factions cannot be split between two houses. So whichever way the house leader goes is the way the faction goes. And if you align to, say, Harkonnen, and they decide to go, oh, we're going Atreides, well, the minute they go Atreides, you get kicked out of the faction. Because you're not aligned with the proper house. So that should be interesting. And we'll see definitely how that goes. A question for chat. how would you like to see the IWC align when it comes to Doom, Atreides, or Harkonnen? I mean, I'm leaning Atreides. I'll tell you that right now. Some people are talking Harkonnen. Not, as far as I know, no one in the IWC, but some of the other people that are going to be in the Chaos faction. Which I'm not sure how well that is going to work or not, but we'll see how that goes. Oh shit. Yeah, I got a seeker.
Great, we got a dust storm going on in the middle of the night. This would be fun.
Okay, I apparently have two seekers now.
You got a seeker? This would be fun. We go try to catch up to Wolf. You're only 1.4k away. Let me see if I can get to you.
Well, we took down one. I got one seeker down, but apparently there's a second one here. Got that. Come here. Bring him over here so the turrets can work on him. That's it. Get him in line with the turrets. There we go.
Getting closer over to Wolf.
All done.
My sensors have picked up something.
I had two seekers at the same time. I had two red bags.
High level.
Wow. I'm glad I have these turrets set up already.
This mod punishes you for,
For advancing, yeah. For advancing in level. Yeah. You definitely get punished for advancing in level here. Alright, let's get back to the end loop, which was probably upstairs. I guess it's in here. No, that goes to there. And this is a tier 1, so maybe the end loop was right there. It is. There we go. That's the end loop. It's just a tier 1, so it's not a whole lot of end loop. All right. Transfer to vehicle. I do love that feature. Just one click, transfer. And there's the Death Whisper.
So I won't go find a new POI.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
What the?
You got in front of my turrets.
Your turret just decided to...
Between the turret and what it's shooting at, it will cut you down.
It will do it.
Oh, damn it, I was trying to heal, but apparently I didn't have any bandages where I needed them.
Remind me not to help Wolf in the future.
Master, we've not alone.
It's Iron Shovel 55.
My sensors
Oh,
have
I
picked up
forgot to
something.
pick up my dogs.
That is just coming fast. Okay. I have Diago.
Woo.
Does not look like.
I gotta go pick up
All
my
right.
dogs.
Okay. Where's your dogs at?
Add a radio receiver.
Oh, okay.
Is there a trader at this city?
Yes, there is. Probably passed him on the way in.
I see where he is already.
Making sure he was dead. Woo! That was a bit much. If you don't mind what I play, as long as it's enjoyable to watch. Well, I appreciate that because it should be enjoyable to watch. That's for sure. All right.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oops, that was a lag spike. You probably got a wandering horde. I've had 2 seekers
Why am I?
and a death whisper already, and we're only 16 minutes into the stream.
My heat's up to 0.31.
0.31. Oh my god.
Yeah. So damn high, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I'm doing is digging. But I'm currently sitting at 21,000 play.
All right. Doggy, where are you at? I know you got, but I don't need you to carry. Yeah, you are not carrying those because if you die, which is a very good chance you will take those with you, and I don't need you to do that. I need to have access to those. But you can hang on to that. And let's give you those pipes. And there, now you have stuff in your inventory that you can now gather. All right. You, come here. Okay.
Create a waypoint. This waypoint already exists.
That needs to be there. That needs to be there. And you can go in there.
Wolf, I wanted your opinion on a resource management system that I was thinking of building.
Okay.
To work out for a game. Okay, you know how most games you dig the ground and you get to through the dirt level and then you eventually get to a rock level, and then usually all the resources are in that rock level, right?
Generally, yeah.
Okay. But you can see them like in the world, right?
Yeah.
So what about hidden veins that are hidden within the rock itself? So you have to process the rock somehow in order to find out what's in it.
Oh, so you have to do prospecting.
Yeah, you have to do actual prospecting. Yes.
Yeah, you go get a sample of the material, bring it back, figure out, and then run it through a chem station or something and find out what's in it.
Yep. And early on, you'd be using something like a freaking pan.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the full name of those is.
Yeah, they're called a pan, a gold pan.
Yeah, gold pan or
Incoming enemies.
Like a wash pan, a sluice pan.
Yeah.
It depends. A lot of people have different names for those.
And as you progress up, you start off trying to find little tiny bits of surface, whatever, to kind of have a clue what's there. You pan, you use that to kind of wash stuff out, and then you eventually go to a sluice where you could set it up and dump your whatever you gathered through it, and it will separate it out.
So basically, because I have a game that I never actually streamed because the mechanics were a little weird, but it's basically a gold mining game where you start off like that, you sluice material and all that.
But you do that.
It would depend on what you're harvesting. I mean, if you're harvesting I would say probably gold, then you would put it through a sluice. If you find iron ore, well then you got to put it in a furnace and smelt it down. But
to figure out what's in that material first, and, break it down, powder it up, and then freaking see, look, there's little grains of iron in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well now we know how to process it. But you have to research this stuff too. So you can't just walk up to a darn tree, punch it, and get some logs. you have to actually like process this stuff.
Okay.
And the idea is that every bit of ground will have like metadata that says, this particular shovelful has 10% iron content.
Right.
And every, you go through, you put shovels full or buckets full or whatever it is, and it will say, okay, well, you've got, 10% total weight of this, 500 kilograms worth of, this crushed up stone. You have, 10% of that is iron. There's also, 3% nickel and 1.5% copper and, whatever else might be in that ground.
That could be interesting. I mean, it would be a bit complicated. But,
yeah. You have to figure out how to separate it out and all this.
Well, it would depend on what is what and what in the different ways of, if you're going to do it and try to keep it as semi-realistic, then it would depend on what material you find, how you process it to get what you need out of it, because there's no one way to do everything. So
yeah, and early on maybe you only know how to process out copper, so all you can get, there might be iron and other stuff in that
right.
material that you gather, but the only thing you know how to get out is copper.
Well, a lot of that would be like, copper has a lower melting point, so in a primitive furnace you could only melt copper. If you want iron, well, then you need a blast furnace. You need to be able to heat the stone to a higher temperature. That kind of thing.
And you have to kind of experiment to figure out, like what the temperatures are to get certain materials out, that kind of stuff. You can't just, throw it in there and it will automatically heat to the right temperature to get the material you want. That makes no sense.
Well, I mean, it's game mechanics. It's simplified, it's not meant to be science.
And that's the whole point, though, is this is meant to be more like a scientific discovery type game.
Right.
That'd
be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'll find a supercharger for my APC today.
I started this originally as an idea for making a mod for the game Vintage Story. Make it, because it's a lot like Vintage Story is basically based on Minecraft, and it's too similar for me.
I got you.
I wanted something to kind of change it up, make it its own thing. Then I figured, well, if I'm going that deep into it, I might as well, come up with a way to make this my own game. So that I've been, going through and brainstorming all the ideas, all the ways you can put stuff together.
All right.
And trying to figure out what code I'm going to use for it and all that.
Yeah. See, the thing is I've never been. I don't know the software end of stuff like that. I know. Being a former dungeon master from D&D for, back since I was like 14 years old when I first started playing D&D.
We are not alone.
Back when dinosaurs still roamed the earth. And the game came in a blue box and a red box before there were hard copies, all that. Hey, Dragonis made it in.
So welcome.
Hey, Dragonis.
My first version of D&D was the
okay, my man.
Yep. Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay.
That's good.
There, I've got the extra day and taking care of as much as I can for now. So here I'll work on the base.
That's good, man. Hey, happy to have you here.
Yup.
Yeah, I always
was there too.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be interesting to design video games, but I'm not a programmer. I was more of a person who more of the art, the other end of it, figuring out what needs to be done. Somebody else needs to know how to do the mechanic end of it, the nuts and bolts of it.
You create the game mechanics, somebody else figures out how to program it.
Exactly. Because that, the death race, when I first built the first death race in Imperion, I hand built that in game. And then, we were trying, it took other people to make it into a scenario that was then downloadable. And, you can go still right now and go download a death track from, or
Well,
Empyreon.
that's why there's an arts department and a programming department
Exactly. You
in
know,
development
and
studios.
yep, yep. And I'm more the, the guy behind the scenes to figuring out, why should this work this way, not actually how to make it work that way. You know what I mean? Um,
Your design, not implementation.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I've always been better at that end of those kind of things.
Yeah, I have a whole idea for a magic system to go in the same game too, but it's even more complicated. Let's put it that way.
Magic can be very complicated. I designed an entire role-playing system back around the time third edition D&D came out, because the third edition D&D rule set came out. I took one look at it, went, it's shite. I don't want to use it. So I created my own system.
Steel Shovels 1.
So, and it was, we had a lot of fun with it at the time, because I always wanted to do in game what you read about in, the Forgotten Realms books and all of that, but you couldn't do it in game. The game mechanics just wouldn't allow it. So
a lot of the newer ones, but the old books, yeah, I agree.
yeah,
A lot of the newer Forgotten Realms books actually follow like the proper. I think once it got to about 3.5 edition, they started like using the actual rules to like choreograph those fight scenes and stuff like that in the book.
Well, the thing is you got to realize, when the books got written, the books weren't written by gamers; they were written by writers.
Yep.
So they wrote what they wanted to do, and it wasn't how the game mechanics were designed to do.
See,
and so I wanted to build a system where I could do what they did in the books.
That's a joke, because it depends upon when Wizards of the Coast got involved. Because when Wizards of the Coast got involved, then all of a sudden game mechanics started getting put into the books, because when Wizards of the Coast got involved,
Wizard of the Coast
all of a
got
sudden
in,
3.5 mechanics all of a sudden started being placed into.
Yep. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. Once 3.5 came out, a lot of the authors actually used the game mechanics
in the
to
books,
create their fight scenes and the abilities of their people.
They were basically told, if it can't be done in the game, you can't write it.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost a few of their writers because of that.
Oh yeah.
And they lost some of their best writers, honestly, to tell you the truth. Because they weren't going to play by that. They were more like, okay, well, make the game work. Then make it obey the give us the ability to do what they want to do. And but it was a fun system at the time, and I had a blast building it, play testing it, and I miss D&D sometimes. It says that guy's underground.
I gotta go get my bedroll. I can't make one here in the desert.
I think there's a hole out there.
I was hoping I could pick one up, but it's just not gonna happen.
Oh, I know that feeling. Let's see, get out of here. That opens right. Yeah.
The preschool might have a bedroll on it.
Oh, just hit 30,000 play.
Where'd he go? Said he was out here.
I think I just hit Cole. Maybe.
Where did he go? There was an icon, and now the icon is gone.
Or...
Oh, there it is. There's the icon. Okay, so it says... Oh, what are you doing under there?
Hiding from you, probably.
Oh, come on.
Bastard was digging, it looks like. Looks like he fell in this pothole and then was trying to dig his way under the POI.
No nap room.
Oh, that was my airdrop. Yep, I have 150 kills for 150 kills. Cool. Airdrop inbound. Let's just grab the car. Just pull over here.
Not sure if I'll make it to my airdrop today. My next one. I'm at 119 of 125.
A couple of tier 3s will get you there.
Yeah, but once I'm done digging this, I was planning on just going around and trying to clear as many of the 4 ones that are left as I could.
Oh, okay. You were working like finishing off the forest, are you?
Yeah.
I got you.
Might as well. That way we don't have to worry about it anymore.
You know, when you pick up the newspaper and the newspaper and the postal things, ratchet them down since they don't regenerate anymore. That
That's
way,
what I've been doing.
yeah.
That's not a bad call. I haven't been doing that.
Yeah, that way people don't come by trying to hit them again.
And...
hole I'm digging is getting rather large.
Oh shit, that's cougars. Holy shit. I got big cats, big cats, big cats. Oh my god.
Being chased by a group of women?
Yeah. I mean, there's 4 cougars.
You don't have the snow?
No, I'm in the desert.
Are you a
How the hell
Friday?
you
Is it margarita night?
I mean, I'm at okay. My next
place.
Well, that was at the 145 kill mark for the airdrop. I'm now at 150 out of 150 for 150. So, I think that as we go up, they get more interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but hey, there's meat for dinner.
I can always use the meat. Speaking of which, I'm harvesting the farm right now. We'll see how much it produces.
Nice.
The answer to that is yes.
Which farm? The old farm or the new farm?
Hard to take now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new farm is not quite up for viewing yet. It isn't. Yeah, no.
It looks like it's getting close though. I don't know what else Darth has to do, but we're getting there.
Yeah, Darth has plans, and he's not quite ready for them to be seen. So I'm holding off on showing that until he's satisfied with where he's at. So I think that is, you guys have been doing a lot of work on that, and I want it to come across in the best light possible. So, nope, not that. I need that. All right. I'm gonna eat that. That over there. That there.
I mean, while I'm here, I might as well eat.
That's always a good thing to do. Move that. Move that. Move that. Grab that. Alright. All of that there. You, come here. Dump all that extra stuff in there. Yeah, the fuel can go straight in the vehicle. You're absolutely right. There's more fuel in there. And fuel, and I'm at 99% fuel. My buggy is full. That is good. Alright, let's see. We got tier 2 weapons parts. And there's the
I've
scarf.
got a bad
I'm
feeling
late.
about
I'm
this.
late. Very, very important date. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
Yes, you are.
All right,
Yes, you
that's
are,
an
and
acceptable entrance.
That definitely works. That was a good one. That was
Actually,
good.
I found out just a couple hours ago that some old family friends of my parents are in town from California. So we went and saw Pa and
Oh, cool.
Nice.
couldn't say no to that, and they're going to take us out to dinner tonight. So
Yeah, Merlin, I can get my dogs back. I got to get a. I had to get my bedroll, and what I got to do is I got to place a bedroll at where they're currently stuck at.
Ah, okay. That makes kind of sense.
Oh, just reached level 50.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on it.
So that's where I went.
48 now.
So I went to the trader, and I went to the ham radio to find the GPS tag of where my dogs are lost at, because that's what the I'm assuming the lore is.
That would
And
make sense.
So
I mean,
I'm locating the GPS tag, and I am now isolating it down, and I'm going to hunt down the GPS tag and locate it.
there you go.
That's
Sounds good.
what I'm assuming, right?
That sounds perfectly logical to me.
That's my logical explanation.
Yeah. That,
whoa. How many times have we had this discussion? We don't use logic in this group. Come on.
Well, you have to find a waypoint at the ham radio. So that's what I did. Is I
we're
waypointed,
Vulcan or something? We're
and
not
then
Vulcans.
So boom. Now we
Boom,
have,
chicka boom.
an explanation of game mechanics put in a weird way, but yeah. Whatever works for you. All right. Locked. Water. Hole. Ha ha. Ha ha. All right. Let's go into sneak mode. I'm going to be sneaky.
Hey, Wolf.
Oh, hey there, you. Yes.
When you're done with your next, when the current POI, you think you could come out here and give me a ride back to the desert base? So I can get my vehicle.
Yeah, I should be able to do that. Well,
By then, I should have enough clay to last us for a little while.
okay.
I mean,
How much?
at the moment, I'm at 37, almost 38,000.
That's decent.
Yeah, I need to eat clay. I can't make ammo without clay, so.
Yeah. I also need to go back to get some lead.
Oh, there's
I don't know
lead
if you
sold too.
Nice. I don't know if you saw my comment earlier there, Wolf, but I think we can find some extra lead in our bodies after you kill us with your turrets.
But this is true. You're absolutely right.
now. I put a bedroll down beside him. We go back to the trader and see if I can get the ham radio to work well. This might be a convoluted way to do things. I don't know.
XP really drops fast once you hit steel tools.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Like, I was shooting up through level 2, 3, 4, 5 freaking iron shovels. I hit
yeah.
steel with, oh my god, it's like...
Now it's the grind begins.
Yep.
I mean, shit. I mean, with how much I'm doing, I'm still only a quarter way through Augur, and I've been going through.
That's for the pick, though.
Yeah, that's for the pick.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything above the steel shovel.
Probably the auger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it unlocks auger too. Maybe.
Yeah.
Try this again.
Imagine it. I would imagine that unlocks auger. I think.
I was kind of hoping for like a jackhammer, but that's not quite a game.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Be like the jackhammer be the pick, and then the auger be the
shovel.
shovel.
Yeah. Because that would make more sense.
Yeah,
that the auger is a shovel and the pick, would go to a jackhammer. Because honestly, That auger is for making holes in the ground, not for digging out mass quantities of material.
There you all using logic and sense again.
Yes, but weren't we just talking about making a video game that actually made more logical sense?
True.
I mean, because isn't that what we really want in a game? Is we want that, disbelief of fantasy stuff, but just enough reality to make it understandable.
Well, to make it seem like the fantasy stuff could possibly be real.
Exactly. I mean, you take it so far out of the realm that, it gets a little weird. But then again, our inventory is insane, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me just pick up this van and put it in my pocket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't even want to know the inventory system for this game I'm playing.
I mean, I'm walking around with, tons of steel and iron in my pockets, And I'm overweight because I have one more thing in this pocket than I should have. Not the fact that I'm carrying, an arsenal
15,
with me.
Or 15 tons of fucking metal.
Exactly.
Is that right now?
And see this, and I think I found another one of these broken doors. Yeah, that door is not opening.
Hey, Dragonis.
Yes.
Could you come pick this light up for me that I misplaced?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Okay, you're up in the farm?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna say, it's like, apparently the things are not quite...
The one right, yeah. Yeah, because the ones in the middle are not getting light because they're too far from the windows. So
Yep.
There. Now I can get out.
That works. Nice.
That's when we get out. Just blow a hole in the door's locked. No such thing.
Here,
that's gonna be my new door opener.
Death's Whisper.
Oh yeah, Wolf. We need to go back and speaking of blowing holes in things,
Master, we are not alone.
we need to go back and give.
Beacon Tower. Yeah, we did talk about we were going to bring that whole tower down. We got
feel sorry for the server,
we got 3 grenade launchers right now, or more.
Yeah.
No, I've got a grenade launcher. That's 3 of us.
I guess
Soda had one.
Oh, you
No,
have 2
I
of
don't
them.
have one.
Yeah.
Really?
You gotta have 2. You gotta have one that's loaded with frag and one that's loaded with high explosive.
I mean, that does kind of make sense.
Oh yeah, I mean that it does kind of make sense. It does. That would be my problem. I would go for the frag and grab the high explosive and throw everything.
Oops. It would be funny though.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I just removed a locked door with a grenade launcher. Took out the entire wall. And my truck keeps going boom. I'm getting explosive detonations off the ass of
My machine gun's just leveled up and I just doubled my rate of fire.
Oh, you think that's for the wait? Wait till I go soldier. And as soon as I get thug to level 6, I'm picking up 6.
Level 6 Madman.
Madman until you get 10. While working on another class too.
Yeah.
Keep using the Madman weapon.
long as you get won't show you that you're leveling or not, but
What when it levels up, it will pop up and say, "Hey, look, you got level 7."
No, you're seeing it's leveling up for after they show you a bar at the bottom.
That would be nice if it could show you all your active, classes on the.
Imagine how long that bar would need to be.
Oh, a GUI that you open up that says, "Oh, look, your active classes. This is what all your stuff is at."
What would go stand for is it will get
Yeah.
doesn't do that for itself. Well, like maybe your main class ones, and that's the active weapon that you're holding.
Mm-hmm. It apparently hits the store away button, and half of the batteries I had on me disappeared, but not to the one that I thought it was going to go to. And I have no idea where the fuck it is.